Yeah, so the toughest thing I feel like I'm facing right now and our company's facing is we're selling lots of properties, but we're having trouble finding quality tenants right now.
So the toughest challenge that I'm facing right now is balancing school and work life.
Just trying to juggle everything that's come this way in a good way. Business is starting to pick up, so I'm just trying to figure out piecing everything together and seeing how I can just take off and run with it. So
a lot of tenants have been relying on rent relief programs, and those have recently dried up. They're not sending funds anymore. So we're having to go back to the market and find tenants who are actually employed and actually meet the income requirements.
I have school in the middle of the day from 11 to 3 some days, 12 to 3 some days even until 5:20. So it can be hard to balance that.
It's not really a huge challenge, but it's just me navigating through the process and seeing what's the best route to take. So
we're continuing to really strictly check out every applicant, make sure their income and criminal and credit history line up and are satisfactory.
To overcome that, I am getting up earlier so I can get started earlier. I am working later because it's a sacrifice that has to be made when I don't have all the time in the middle of the day when I would normally make phone calls. This is actually my first year in real estate. I've just been trying to learn as much as possible. The more knowledgeable I am, the more help I can give to others.
I've gone from working 60 to 80 hours a week to working 40 to 50 most weeks. I was really just forced to make a choice of I need to specialize in something. So I specialized in sales, and I have an agent working with me now, and that's helped a lot.
Definitely this beginning half of this new year, we've definitely picked up the pace, and like I said, business is picking up way faster than what we expected.
It makes me feel really good to be able to help people and to be able to help people learn more about passive income. I know I didn't know all the possibilities there were with investing before working at EagleRock, and I'm just thankful for all the knowledge that they give into their agents and clients.
I'm also happy to pick up the phone in the evenings or weekends if an investor really needs something or tenant really needs something. But I feel like my work-life balance is much more strategic. I have a lot more freedom with my time now.
So we're just trying to juggle all the good stuff that's coming our way. So I've definitely had to catch up to the pace that everything is going at, but it's nothing that I can't handle.
I would say what I've struggled the most so far with in real estate is I got my license in July, and I immediately jumped in and was doing all residential. And then I was hired on at EagleRock in October, and that's when everything changed. I began to get in on the investment side of things, and now, I have all these clients that I'm loving serving, but sometimes I feel like I'm a little bit out of my league.
My usual struggles with work have very little to do with the market or outside environment. It typically has to do with myself and how I manage my time and how I approach my work.
When it comes to my work, I definitely feel like that I work best when I'm in a secluded, no distraction zone area.
Personally, one of my struggles in my line of work when I started was having confidence in speaking to investors. I feel like it was mainly because I didn't have all the knowledge at first, but I've learned that that's kind of part of it, and you learn as you go.
Even though I'm struggling sometimes to know exactly which direction to take my clients, I have other agents and other employees at EagleRock all around me who are so amazing to help me whenever I need a little bit of guidance for my clients.
When it comes to me personally, I feel like that I'm a very hard worker. I feel like I can show you better than I can tell you. But since day one, I feel like I've been taught what it's like to work really, really hard.
As a former middle school teacher, someone that completely changed directions, I went from teaching to real estate. Even though I worked really, really hard as a middle school teacher, I would say that I work double the amount as a realtor. But what's different is this is such a passion of mine that it never bothers me to work.
How hard I work really comes from the outlook I have on life. I learned at a young age that life is very fragile and you don't know when you're gonna leave, and people have plans for a year down the road and sometimes they don't make it to those plans. So
real estate and being a real estate agent is not a necessarily easy career path. It is a very fulfilling career path, both from a earnings standpoint and also a financial freedom and flexibility standpoint.
It never bothers me to serve my clients. I am always excited to be working in this field. So I feel like, now I'm working when the kids go to bed. I'm working during their nap times. I'm working, in the car line. But it's something that I'm so excited about that it doesn't feel like work.
And the outcomes you get from working really hard. So I'm just trying to implement that into my role here at EagleRock, and it's definitely paying off for me.
It's really important for me to work hard now rather than later, because later may not come.
I think what I do is a little bit different than what most agents do, in the sense that I'm helping investors build a financial legacy for themselves and for their family.